Citizens, this is our third day out in the Halo. Well, I guess technically my first day out in the Halo. I'm a new body. I'm a new man. I've recovered from my slight exposure to the vacuum of space, and we're ready to go. We're ready to do what I think will be the final, why am I going this way? The final mining excursion before we head back to do some refining. So we're going to take our golem out one more time, or at least a couple times. I think I have enough canisters for 3 more loads, and I'm going to do them all today. That's my plan. So we're going to head to the lower deck. We're going to just double check how many canisters I have. Beautiful waking up in a ship. I am really enjoying this. As much as I'm not a big fan of the current wake up in a hangar on your home planet, once you get into a ship and living off your ship, this is the dream. Okay, so we have 4 canisters plus the 2 on here, so we have 3 more runs filling up before we refine. So I'm going to open these up. Again, I feel pretty safe out here in the Halo. No one's going to come by and find me. There was at one point where NPCs would find you, and I haven't seen that in quite a while, so I don't know if they still do. I don't know if there's a chance an NPC will swing by, but an actual player finding me is pretty much 0, and that's what I love about heading out here into the Halo. Is it's not the same as when I used to go mining around the belt in Yella, especially when it used to give a ping. The ping would actually send a visible wave out for everyone involved. It's a little bit different now. So we're gonna just get ourselves out into the Halo. We're gonna set our maximum speed to pretty low until I get out so that I can gently ease myself out of the ship. Whoa, I am inside the top of the ship. There we go. But there we are. Nice and gentle. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. So happy to be here. Alright, so first things first, we're going to put our shields on. That way we don't risk... Ooh, there's an asteroid right here. Let's go check this asteroid out. Whoa, I am going too fast. I'm so glad I didn't hit that asteroid. Let's put our maximum speed at about there. So an asteroid just sitting out here waiting for us. It's still too fast. It's gonna take a while to set everything up, but in the meantime, let's just go nice and slow up to this time and scan it. And then I don't think you need to see me again searching for all the asteroids. Am I in? Oh, am I? That was the issue. I somehow hit C and didn't realize. I've been uncoupled the whole time. Laranite. Oh, it's impossible to do asteroid. I've already learned I'm not going to try doing the gadgets. I'm just going to find some asteroids that I know I can get. So hitting a ping out here, how many other asteroids do I have? Well, we got one right over here to begin with. It's about 7.5 kilometers away. That's the one I'm going to head to. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to do some mining, and hopefully you will join me if I find anything really good. Just thought I'd point out, like, look at this. Look at all the signals that you can mine out here in the asteroid belt, in the air and Halo. Which one is closest? They're all about 11 kilometers away. That one's about 6, so I'm gonna head to that one. But so many signals, so many rocks to mine. As long as I don't smash my ship into one of them, we should be good. This is awesome. It's gonna be a good day for mining, I think. pretty happy about that. So we're making some good time getting to this one. I'm gonna keep my maximum speed. Let's get it to about 200 there. 202 is my maximum speed now. And I don't ever aim right at the asteroid. I try to aim a bit off to the side once I know where it is, so that, well, there's right here C-type, so that I don't potentially run into it if I overshoot it. Once I get closer, I can just kind of tap away till I get into scanning range. Alright, let's see what this one is like. It is not inert, because it would have shown up as inert right away. And it doesn't look like it's too big. Get a bit closer. Does that speed up scanning? Oh. Now, not inert and mineable, but iron. Half iron, half inert. What a useless, probably close to being like one of the most useless asteroids I can find. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking, but there's plenty of asteroids in the verse to go look for. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I will come back to you when I actually have something worth mining. This looks promising. This just popped up. Oh, never mind. Debris. First time I found panels in here. I was hoping it was a cluster of asteroids. I'm not using the RF signature to pre-check what something is before I fly towards it, so that was bound to happen, but that's the first time I found debris in the halo in a long time. Like I said, I used to be able to find ships out here. Used to be able to find like old 890s and things like that. Haven't seen one of those in a while, so it'd be awesome to find a ship. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep going. But I was kind of excited to think that there's multiple asteroids there. Just a bunch of panels. So I'm feeling a little bit ridiculous now, because some of those asteroids that are inert are scannable and actually have stuff in there. So if any of you have commented that in my previous video, which I haven't put out yet, yeah, apparently not all these inert ones are inert. This one said inert, but I got close and started making a scanning noise, so I just let it run for a bit, and this popped up. So we got ourselves some agresium, which I'm happy about. We should be able to crack this, no problem, and get some agresium. So we are on our way, and I guess every time I'm finding inert material, I'm gonna have to make sure I scan them. It's weird that some rocks show up inert right away, and some of them show up as nothing, and you can scan them and find something. I thought, because it has been in the past, inert is always inert, but that is not the case here. Maybe it's just something to do with my current ping, I guess, with the server or something. I don't know, but we got ourselves an alright rock here. About 40% agresium, a little closer to 42%. I don't know what the cluster is like with aluminum, but if we can get this to cluster well, it'll be really good. It is definitely, every once in a while, shooting up into the overcharge, but we'll just keep it going. Oh, that was way too much overcharge. But I think we're okay. Alright, so let's see if this clustered well. Let's scan these. This makes me wonder how many good rocks I passed by thinking they were inert. So that is mostly aluminum, which bodes well for finding one that's mostly agresium. Agresium is mid-tier. Like, I'd put it on the same level as like boracin, beryl, things like that. So I'll take this. It'll be some good profit. I don't have the prices in front of me, but it's not as good as like gold. Okay, 75%. Oh, wait a minute. this still needs to be cracked. Okay. This is a much thinner window for cracking, so we're gonna have to really be a little more gentle with this. I'm gonna use my ship's distance from the rock to control the laser power more than the actual laser power itself. So I'm gonna keep it at 22, I think. We'll see right now. But once it gets closer to the optimal window, which you can see is just a little bit of a sliver there, I'm gonna back away. And as I back away, that reduces the power going into the rock. All right, 20%. Seems to be nice and right on the edge. Might even go a little lower. Oh, I forgot. You can't go lower than 20% in this laser. Alright, well that's going to crack that. Let's scan this one. So we might actually do okay on this rock. We might be able to get a lot of 100% pieces that we want. The higher the grade, the better in the long run. Oh, I've drifted over and I started scanning another one. So this one's 64%. This one doesn't need to be broken, so we can just start extracting this one. 64%, actually 65 basically. I think it's worth it, so that'll be good. So now the ones we just broke, one of these might be pretty high in agresium. Whenever the scanning decides to happen. You know, if they even just added 34%, we might skip that one for now. If they even added like a symbol, like a bar, a progress bar that was filling up, but it's just, that would like visually give you something for your brain to go, okay, well we're just scanning it or we're processing. Kind of like the spooling up for the drive. 100% agresium. Definitely will grab that one. But I just think it is a little bit too slow. Especially when you're this close to the rock. There should be mining scanning that you can start scanning the types of materials from very far away without moving. And then you get closer and closer, it's faster and faster and you get more detail. But when you're 100 meters away, 50 meters away, it should be almost instantaneous for figuring out the current amount inside a rock. Oh, look at that. It just jumped right up as soon as I slightly moved towards the rock. Wasn't the best, but as long as we get something. Right now we're at about almost 10 SU of agresium. Can't complain about that. And that's aluminum and inert. Let's just skip that. I must say, out of all the game loops, salvage and mining, I know it's not people's thing. A lot of people don't enjoy it, but for me, this is just so relaxing. And when the bigger ships come out, the Arasta comes out, the Orion comes out, just being able to work with people, pulling rocks in, doing a little bit of refining, it's exciting. I think it'll be a really good way to get some of the stuff. And I mean, I passed by that iron asteroid, but when there's crafting involved and you're building buildings or stations or ships, maybe the price of iron itself, because it's common, is not going to be big, but being able to go out and get your own stuff, that sounds pretty cool to me. I guess... Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Extraction mode. We're at 22 of 32. So should I get this rock? 34%. You know what? Extraction mode. Let's grab it. Let's grab that. This will be our Agresium pod. Alright, so there's a good chance that I'm now going to regret that because I'll find a really good rock somewhere else. But let's go to a close one and I'll show you what I mean about how we're going to head back towards the ship, I guess. That'll work. It'll show you how, if it shows up as inert, maybe this one will show up as inert, how it's not inert, how you can scan them. This is different than it used to be. It used to be they show up as inert, they're inert. If they don't show up as anything, then you scan them and you find something else. I'm really happy to know that inert might just be an issue where you haven't received that info from the servers yet. That clicking noise is kind of annoying. Alright. 3 kilometers away. Is there a way to change this from kilometers to miles? And if so, does any of the Americans switch it to miles? Or do you just go with kilometers? Have you embraced the metric system? Alright, M-type asteroid. Oh, this one's not showing up as inert. Okay, well we're going to keep going. We're going to scan this one. We'll see what we got. We've got enough space for about 8 SU. This one's tungsten. Absolutely not. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Try to find a little bit more to fill up this pod, and then we're going to switch out to our next ones. Alright, let's check out this P-type asteroid. P for Puppet Pat. It must be good. Right into the sun, so I can't really see. So this one's not showing up as anything. There we go. So it says inert. It's showing as inert. Let's just wait a bit. Let's just see what happens. It's big though. This is a big rock. So I don't know if I'll be able to crack it even if it's good. But there you go. Laranite. That would have been a good rock to break. 30% Laranite. That is just below gold on my my list of good elements, but yeah. Scan the inert ones and maybe you'll get lucky. Alright, I'll keep going. Get a little bit more, but I will join you again as we set out with our new pods when I get back to the ship. This one's looking good. Bexylite and Laranite and easy. I'm going to try breaking this one. This one's taking quite a bit of power into the rock. This is where I said, well, I'd be kind of annoyed that I grabbed that last little bit of rock. So I'm going to get 100% Bexylite stone here that I won't be able to get. Something like that. That'll be my luck, but that is the excitement of mining, is what do you find? Do you find something that you can get? Do you find something that you can carry? Do you decide to take what you can find or move on and look for that big score? Things like that is going to make mining the future of this game for me. Alright, that was a little bit of a weird overcharge there. So we're going to try to get the Bexylite? I think that was there any Terranite here? Just we got a Bexylite and something else. Laranite. So we're going to definitely go for Bexylite. That is our big one. That is the big money maker we have here. So whatever has the most Bexalite, that's what we're going to get. Now again, with this mining setup in the Golem here, you can't change the laser, but you can change the modules. 43% Bex, that's pretty good. I have Ryger 3s, I have 2 of those. They make it have more power, but definitely harder as far as that charge window is concerned, as far as the optimum window. They're passive, so they don't run out. You could definitely change and put other modules in here to kind of suit your needs. You just can't change the laser on this ship. It is a bespoke laser. I know CIG talked about how they're going to move away from bespoke more, and they also talked about how bespoke might mean you can change things to other bespoke weapons. I don't know if that'll ever translate to mining heads. I hope it really doesn't. I think it's a really good choice for a bespoke weapon on this ship, because it's not the mining ship you'll be using forever. This is the starter ship. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I wanted to do this. Will this cool down before I... No. Ugh. Talking and mining at the same time. Alright, well, luckily it makes me feel less worried that I don't have enough space to carry a lot of stuff. 28% this. Not that. Alright, we're just taking this, we're going. Taking this and going. As soon as I started to hit that button, I realized I made a mistake. This is getting me pretty close to being full. Maybe all the way there. Yeah? Alright, we're full. Okay. Now we just need to find our ship. Is that it? Oh, that's the direction I'm facing. There we go. I'm gonna fly back and reload, ready for our next round. This is awesome. This is so good. This is so fun. Coming back after a nice long day. I kind of wish the Golem could fit in the Caterpillar. I would love to be living out of my cat, but I will take the C2. Again, we're just going to make this easy on ourselves by kind of angling ourselves a little bit towards the ramp. I made sure the ports were unlocked, which is good. So we're going to switch this out, and then I'm just going to go out and find more rocks, mine them, see what I can get. No need to... What's happening here? There we go. No need to bring you along for every rock for the next one. I'm just going to grab what I have and show you what I ended up finding. So first things first, let's grab these 2 new pieces here, and we'll just bring them out so they're out of the way. And then we can take the old ones off and put them in the Hercules. And this is it. We're almost done. There we go. That is a weird... I get turned around a bit in space. Just wait till VR starts. I will definitely get turned around then. Alright, so I'm going to put this one in here. And... this one. Oh, I hit the other one. I hit it. That's not good. Alright. Let's turn my light on. There we go. So, we need to make sure this is rotated correctly. That should be close. There we go. And I'm definitely not rotated correctly anymore. There we go. There. That was harder than it should have been. Alright, so we're gonna go move these last two around so that they're ready for the last go. Bring it up to the front. Prep work makes everything easier, right? How come I can't move this one? There we go. So move that one. Move that one. And that'll be it. Those will be the last two when I come back. So 2 more rounds of mining. And a quick edit for you to see how I did on my penultimate run. So I totally forgot until just now that I could jump to within 10k of my ship and save myself some travel time. So that's what I did. I got myself about 13.5 SU of Laranite, 5 SU of Terranite. Iron, aluminum, and copper were all tied in with that Terranite, which I'm fine with because I wanted it. It's worth a lot, so I got some of that. And the quartz was part of the Laranite. I think some of the copper was part of the Laranite also, but overall, not a bad haul. 1 more to go, so I'm going to switch it out and we'll see what we get. Oh, okay. So my last run, and I got 4 asteroids. And they're all kind of clumped together, and we'll start out with this one before we scan the others. You know what? We'll just scan the others first. Looks like Terranite on at least one of them, which is awesome, so I'm happy with that. I had a thought about how I would handle if I found Quantanium, which I have not found any at all. Because you can jump back to your ship in the belt, the way to do it would be grab the Quantanium and just bring it to a refinery, and then come back to your ship. Bexalate, that's another good asteroid. Alright, happy with that. Yeah, this will be my last run. I'll bring you along for all this. This one is one that I don't have to crack. I can just extract if it's good. What do we think this one is? Terranite, another great one. And what's this one here? Yeah, Terranite and Bexalate. You can't ask for much more than that. And Titanium. That one, we could ask for less. Alright, so this here, I could just extract. That is 38% Terranite. Then we have this that needs to be broken, 37% Bexalate. We're going to try to break this first. This is a fairly sizable rock, so we'll get a lot out of here, I think. Almost 50 SCU. But a lot of that is things we don't want. too much. Good. And we'll scan this, see if we find anything really good here to extract before we move on to that last rock. Any 100% we'll grab, but then we're going to focus on the Terranite because it is worth more, and then we'll go to the Bexlite. I think it's worth more. If I got that wrong, well, it's only 49. I mean, only 49. Can't complain about that. That was a weird graphical error there. Wonder if that showed up on my capture. Some weird flash like a lightning bolt. That is definitely not worth grabbing. That's I only have half an SU left. Might as well grab a little bit more before I take off, but it's definitely not one you start out with. The sun is shining bright on our MDF. MFDs is definitely not MDF. I've been doing a lot of work in my garage, building some new shelves, so although I was using plywood, I still got MDF in my brain, I guess. No 100%s here. That is disappointing. So this secondary material, which is titanium, I guess doesn't clump really well. We're still gonna do okay though. We're gonna do quite okay on this. %, that's a good one. It's always fun to find a group of asteroids in space, because then you get to, like, you know, really pick and choose what you grab. 46%, that's pretty good. All right, now, where is the other one? Is it that one there? No. Where is the other? Not that one. Not that one. What was that one? Okay, good. That one we can just grab. What am I doing? Why did I switch? I wasn't paying attention. That's extraction mode. Well, that one might explode. That'll be disappointing if it does. Well, that was hopefully cooling down. Let's actually... Yeah, I blew that one up. That's disappointing. Okay. Mistakes were made. Let's not mess this up. Terranite, 28-ish%, 20%. Those texts need to be a little clearer. Then again, maybe I need glasses. I think we got the perfect distance and power. Look at this. Hands-free mining. Woo! Yeah, it's going well. Oops, sorry, I might have just woke someone up. Woo! Woo! All right. Now, back to extraction. Now we're only in extraction. We're not going to blow anything up. Okay, let's scan this one. We want as much Terranite as possible, but if we have low Terranite numbers on a rock, we'll get the higher value Bexlite ones. 13%, like that rock is staying behind. So let's scan all these. Again, sorry for the length of scanning time. I just looked over at my screen. I got some depressing news. It might snow here tomorrow. Already. That's depressing. Oh, I wish I didn't see that. It's gonna go camping. Well, I'm still gonna go camping tomorrow. I'm gonna be away. But you know, it's nice to sleep outside when it's not snowing. Unless it's winter camping, and then it's super fun to sleep when it's snowing. 27%. Has anyone here slept in a Quincy? Let me know if you slept in a Quincy. It's super fun, super warm. Lean-tos at -40 Celsius. Less fun, but doable. I wouldn't recommend it. I kind of messed up my feet. They were numb for a couple weeks, but other than that, it was fine. We're going to take this one, 26%. And there was another one, I think it was 27. We'll grab those. We're getting a lot of inert material, but we are filtering inert material with this mining head. Is this one? 27, yeah. Let's grab that one. Alright, this one is not worth it. This one is not worth it. This one is potentially. We'll find out. Now I know I could also start looking at refineries and figuring out 31%. Let's do that one. The titanium we can deal with. Start looking at which refineries give me the bonuses for whatever is more valuable. But you know me. Faithful dream. That's where we're going. Alright, and we blew up that one rock, unfortunately, but we have all these. So, 39% Bexylite. 48% Bexylite. Yep. Ooh, that one might need to be broken still. 38. 46. Okay, so because this one might need to be broken still, it is. We're gonna try that. We might get an even higher grade rock out of these. Just gotta be real careful that we don't do something to break anything. Is there a gadget that you attach to a rock that promotes clumping of materials? If so, let me know. Maybe it's sold at somewhere else, I just didn't see it. But if one of those exists, I know there's modules that do, or laser heads that do, I believe. But a gadget would be great. Alright. So now we're gonna rescan all these and try to find some high Bexylite numbers. $45. Not bad. $13, not great. $74. Don't even need to think about it. I'm gonna grab that one. $74. Grab that one. some good screenshots while we're at it. We'll grab that. Alright, and now we'll start looking. 39, 48, that was a good one. That one might be it. Full. Alright. There's a lot of titanium, which we don't need. A lot of inert materials, but almost 8 SU of Terranite and 6.5 of Bexalite. Not bad. And now we're gonna go to our ship, which is somewhere. Where's our ship? There it is. Oh, last time I just pointed at it and it let me jump to it. This time I guess I'm gonna have to actually target it. But still, saves you a lot of time. 20 kilometers in a matter of seconds, so I'm gonna go land our ship. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to remove the cargo pods before I. Why am I? There we go. Before I land the golem. That way, when I get to the refinery, I can unload them all without having to take the golem out of the ship. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will join you as I approach Faithful Dream. Thank you for joining me in the Iron Halo. This game is so beautiful. Look at this ship. I love it. Crazy. I think the issue I have with this game is the sense of scale. It's hard to comprehend that I'm teeny tiny in there, because this ship flies relatively well for a building with thrusters on it. So it's just to think that it's this big, and it makes the speeds that you're moving at not feel as fast as they are. A lot of people complain about the speeds of their ship and they should be faster, but like, I'm moving at like 0.5 kilometer a second. That's crazy fast. Crazy fast. I think even ships like the Aurora, which I always thought were small, or the Rock, for instance, I thought was small, until I used the fleet viewer, the 3D fleet viewer that you could use in VR. And in VR, you stand next to an Aurora or a Rock, and you realize they're pretty massive. They're big, and something like this is just mind-blowingly big. And that's why I'm so excited about the future and about VR in this game, because just being able to like have that sense of scale that a monitor, no matter what size of monitor, can't give you. So cool. All right, let's request a hangar. And CIG, thank you for whoever decided to put the hangar that you get furthest away from where you are. I think there's a free fly going on right now, by the way. So if you haven't signed up for it, do so. And even if you're already playing, even if you already have a game account, sign up for the free fly. That gives you access to the free fly ships. If you have not played before and you don't have an account, sign up for an account, sign up to play. Use the link in the description below when you make your account, and that will get referral code. And that way, if you ever do get the game, you do get a little bit of a referral bonus. What was that? Looked like a Titan just blew by me. Well, thank you for not plowing into me, whoever that was. After all this work, that would have been quite, well, a fitting end to this series, I think. Yeah, what am I...
Landing gear down.
Who am I looking at? Doesn't give me a name. Alright. Target. AV-87? That's who it is. Oh! It took too much time. Open back up. There we go. Well, AV-87, get your ship out of my way. But anyways, yes, use the referral code. Referral codes are awesome. They do help me out, but they also will help you out. You get 50,000 extra starting money, which isn't much, but it's better than what it used to be, which was 5,000 extra starting money. On top of that, you get potentially more bonuses. What is that? It's like a dead body floating in the... Or is that an atlas? Maybe it's an atlas. Sometimes referral bonuses, like referral ships, like speeder bikes or armor that you get. And those items, if you use referral code when you signed up for the game, when you made your account, and then you get the game later on in the future, that referral code can apply. So if there's a bonus going on at the time, you can get the bonus. I do have a video kind of explaining how those work. Now, can I refine directly from this ship, do you think? Could I store this ship and then go to the refinery? Well, I asked for that. Let's quickly... Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's quickly grab ourselves our cruise. We're going to have a celebratory cruise when we're done, so I'm going to open this again. Maybe that's what we'll do first. We will store the ship, go to the refinery, see if we can refine from the ship. I doubt it, but maybe. And if not, we'll come back and we'll take the ship out. This looks so different without the cargo pods in it. I guess I could have exited the ship from here instead of using the elevator or the ramps. We will exit. We'll go that way. So store and then refinery. Will it work?
Okay.
Moment of truth. What do you think? Let's start with, could I just sell the ore? No. Although I could sell none of it. Okay. No. So I can't from there. Begin. Nothing showing up at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go take all the ore pods. store them in the cargo elevator, the freight elevator, and we'll try it again. What is... This is goofy looking. What is this? What am I looking at? Weird. Alright. I don't know what that is. New armor? Okay. Goodbye, buddy. Let's go get our ship. Let's drink a cruise while we're at it. Delicious, delicious cruise.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicles, please visit us again.
7%. Let's finish that one up first. That was the one that we had a little sip left. Barely. Oh, there we go. Litter bug, perfect. But every bottle of cruise that I litter, I make up for by eating my wrap on my burrito. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chuck these the ore pods into this elevator here, store it, and then we're gonna go back to the refinery deck. So you don't need to see me unload a ship. Anyone who's been playing the game has seen that themselves many, many times. So I will leave you while I do this. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Don't pick up the golem. Pick up the ore pod. Last one. Neatly, like a professional, in perfect rows. Right? Alright, let's see if we can store these without breaking the game. And let's hope they show up over here. Yeah, perfect. Alright, back to the refinery. I will store this ship before I go. So what are our chances that this is going to work? What do you think? Probably? Maybe? I'm going to be really annoyed if I'm going to have to attach each set of pods to the golem, then send the golem stored, and then come here and refine. If that's the case, there needs to be some work done. You're supposed to be able to refine the pods from the location. So if I go here, oh yeah, okay, so 200,000, 210,000 if I just sell here. Agricium, we've got 16.6 SU. Aluminum, we got 2. Oh, that's not SU, that's value. Agricium, we got 10. Aluminum, we got 10. Barrel, 1.63. Bexlite, 9. I look at 9 SU of Bexlite, 52,000. Laranite, 22, 42,000. Terranite, 10, 66,000. Like, those were the big money maker. I'm gonna refine everything though. But yeah, okay, so that's so far so good. That on its own pays for all those ore pods. Now, set up work order. First of all, Dinix. Now I'm going to test something. Refine using Dinix. Goal. Now if I switch this to... See, I thought someone said you could be able to change and choose each thing and like what you're going to refine it with. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to refine everything. Every little things. Some of these will lose money. Like the quartz is going to make me lose money, but I just want to see how much would it cost, not the inert, obviously. How much does it cost to refine everything, and how long would this take? Get a quote. 41 hours, but only 8 grand. But I don't want that little tiny bit of quartz or the copper. I mean, maybe that's okay. Yeah, I'll get the iron. I'll get the aluminum. You know what? I'll get the copper. It's just the quartz. I don't need the quartz. Everything else, let's refine. The Grecium. Fine, get a quote. Did I not have a Grecium in my first quote? Must not have, because it's gone up. Cool. I'm happy with that. It's going to be a lot when it's done. So luckily, I do have my my Hercules, and we'll fit everything in there when we're done. But we are now on a 2-day wait to sell, so this video won't be out until, well, I'm going to go camping, like I said, so it'll be about Monday, because Monday is a holiday, so I will not be at work. Maybe Monday this will be out, but you'll know, because you'll be watching this. But 46 hours, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, dude, I'm excited. I can't wait, but I have to. 42 hours. I don't think I've ever noticed this ladder here before. I've always jumped off the side. Or, if you want to get to the store, much quicker. Alright, see you in 42 hours. Only a moment for you, but a couple days for me. We are back to pick up our refinery jobs. They should be ready by now. In the meantime, I've done something pretty awesome, pretty amazing. Maybe you already know about it. I'm probably going to put that video out before this one, but I might not. What I've managed to do... Why... Oh, there we go. I was like, why do I not see my landing pad? I'll show you as soon as I land here. I'm in our cutter, but we're not going to be using the cutter for long. We're going to be filling up our Hercules, which I'm pretty sure is stored at this location, so we'll get out here, we'll check that, and I'm going to show you what I've been up to. If I look at my journal, I just finished all 5 of the resource drives on this account. So that means both of my accounts now have all the resource drives done. This one I did basically from about here, just past tier 2 on both Microtech and I believe it was ArcCorp. I did both of those in about like 7 missions. Very easy missions, very quick missions, at least as far as the amount of time. In 2 days I did that. Mostly just moving boxes, and mostly just unloading boxes. I didn't have to load anything. So yeah, I gotta put that video out on what those missions were and where I found them. I could not believe that it was happening, and that it happened consistently over a couple days over a patch, and with the different servers, but all in the same region. So watch out for that video. I do have my Hercules here. That is good. Oh, I guess I could store my cutter. And we're gonna go see how much money we made on our goods. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everything into our cutter. Now I could have fun and put all the stuff that I've just refined into the local cargo, and then decide what I wanted to bring and what I wanted to load up, and then load it, oh that's not the right one, this one, into the ship, so I could say, oh, I only want to bring up gold and store the gold and sell that. I'm going to save everything for later, but I am going to try to sell everything. I refined mostly expensive things, but I did refine some cheap stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been corundum, and copper, things like that. But we're just going to go check out the jobs, see what we have, and we're going to put it all automatically into our Hercules, and then we're going to be good to go. So we're going to go here, go to a refinery. Now this is the part where I worry that after all this work, after all these videos, I'm going to have something go wrong and all my refinery goods will disappear. It's not the first time, it's not out of the realm of possibility, and the fact that I have all my jobs basically in one means all my eggs are in one basket, which really is the best way to carry all your eggs. Carry them all in one basket, and then your other hand is free to, like, you know, juggle or fight a bear or something like that. Your eggs will be safe beside you, right? Okay, we're gonna go to our jobs. One completed work order. That's it. One order. That's all I got. But look at all the stuff here. Iron, not worth much. Bexlite, gold, titanium, not worth much. Laranite, Terranite, copper, aluminum, beryl, and agricium. We have all that here. And if we choose Faithful Dream, I'm going to have to load it by hand. But if we choose our Hercules Starlifter and hit collect and collect, because it's a big enough ship, it will get into there. So that means it should now be in our ship. So I'm going to head back to our hangar and we're going to load it up. Well, we go. Let's talk about the ship showdown. It's finally done. I voted, I think, twice and totally forgot about it the rest of the time. Mainly because, I just didn't care this year. It just wasn't engaging, and I already knew who was going to win. Surprise, surprise, Polaris. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I am a little bit surprised because I thought there was a chance that the Raft would win. And the Raft should have won. As far as the best ship, the Raft is better than the Polaris, at least more recently, with the amount of use it was getting. It lost quite early on, and so not surprised. I got one paint coming up for my Vulture, so whatever the color is, I vote mustard yellow. That'd be a great color. You know, something maybe more pink, more purple, make everyone happy. Let's... I don't know. Is there... I don't think the colors have been revealed yet, have they? But honestly, I would love a green. We need more green. Green in the verse. Alright, we got that here. We're going to call up our ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
There we go.
Your vehicle has
And I'm going to sell all the goods I have. I think I'm going to go to ArcCorp. Just because I do like being in ArcCorp. I am close to Lorville. I could sell in Lorville, but in case... you know what? No, I'm still going to go to ArcCorp. I was maybe second guessing myself, but I think maybe ArcCorp will be the way. So we're going to wait for our ship to come up, and then we're going to go. What else? Besides this ship showdown, I can't really think of anything else. I haven't watched any new Inside Star Citizens. There is a contest currently going on to make a little machinima for about 30 seconds to maybe get yourself the Wolf. That'd be something to check out. And, yeah, I start my new, like, I'm just kind of starting my new job, so I kind of been busy with that. It's getting kind of cold. It's supposed to be rainy or snowy or something in the next couple of days, so we will see how that goes. I am going to just check the cargo, but I'm going to go up the elevator. Why does the elevator look like this? That's weird. Alright, maybe I have to use the ramp. That's weird. Oh, what if I... There we go. Did that work? That's odd. But we got it. We're in there. Okay. So let's go first lower deck. Just to see if all of our stuff is in here. I hate to fly all the way there and then realize that I have an empty ship. Ooh, we're looking... Oh! I forgot I still had this in there. But we have all our stuff here. Here's all our refined good. That's funny. I totally forgot I still had the Golem in there. I wonder what would happen if I had too much that it would fill in where that was supposed to be. Would it allow me to? But this is cool. We got all our stuff. It's all packed for us. Nice and neat. Lots of random shaped containers. A few 2 SUs. I don't see any 1 SUs. Some 4, some 8. Maybe 8's the biggest one. Not bad though, I'll take it. I'm going to go up the ladder. So I'm going to go to Area 18. I'm going to go land at Rikers there and store my ship. And then I will meet you as we are heading towards the TDD. And let's see how much money we made mining the air in Halo. It's not going to be a massive amount, but really, the payment for me was just the experience of being able to like live off a ship and survive out there and mine and come back to like a home base. Stuff like that gets me so excited for this game. So excited to head out to the Halo with something even bigger, like an Orion or an Arasta, or if someone has an Endeavor and just being able to like come back to it. A step towards building bases and having your base somewhere. There's going to be a lot of bases around the city, going to be a lot of bases in Pyro, but for me, the base way out in deep space, that is the dream. That's what I want. That is what is going to really make it awesome for me, is being able to just go out to where there's no one and just experience space. That is going to be awesome. So I'm going to set my course here. I'm going to go to Area 18. Oh, I'm going to spell Area 18 correctly. There it is. I'm going to go there, and I will meet you guys at the TDD. So this is, everybody, the culmination of multiple days of work. How did we do for mining? I just realized... Wait a minute. Okay. I just realized... Where did my pods go? Did I lose the pods? I know if you refine from them, they're supposed to return empty, but I refined them from a ship. They were on the Hercules, and they're not on the Hercules anymore. I'll have to go back and look. Maybe they're in the, ooh. Let's go to Stanton. Oh, no, let's go Faithful Dream. Is that gonna let me look at this? I don't know, I'll look later. Maybe they're in Faithful Dream in the random cargo. If not, oh, I might have lost them. That might be an issue, a big issue for the game. You're supposed to be able to retain those because I spent $200,000 on those. Again, doing those other missions, I'm over 14.5 million now. I don't care. Like, I got so much money. But it's the principle of it all that they're reusable and that they should return. But they didn't return in my ship, which makes sense. So I'm gonna have to check if they're in the local cargo inventory. If you know if they are or not, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll try to remember to mention if they did or not. Probably not by the time I edit this video, although if I have, you will have seen it on the screen already. Yeah, I just thought of that. Well, I guess our hope is to at least break even. I mean, not for the price of the Golem, I already spent that, but let's try to make at least 200,000. Because if I can make at least 200,000, I've at least made back the price that I spent on those cargo bins. Now arrive. And I did figure that you could just take your cargo bins off of your Golem and then respawn and claim and get another one and do it over and over again. Really cheating, really glitchy. I wouldn't recommend it, but I guess technically if you lose them to get them back and you don't want to pay for them or can't afford them, that might work. But yeah, hopefully I didn't lose those. But let's stop talking about things we lost and start talking about things we gained, which is ores. Refined, delicious ores. Now before we go and sell the TDD, has someone gathered all the turtles? Probably. Are there any turtles here? Probably not. But maybe there is. Maybe there's turtles to go grab. So let's go check those first. Also, whatever happened to Twitch? Is Twitch still a thing? No turtle. Which makes me feel like no turtles. It'd be great if Twitch started giving you missions again. I would love more mission givers that are not just Moby-Glass text. I also think that for things like Twitch, there should be almost like an airlock you go through that will kind of instance that version of Twitch for you or whoever's in the elevator with you. so they don't have like every other MMO where you go to use. Oh, there you go. Where you go to use them, you go to talk to them, and you have, 80 people crowd around you. That really breaks the immersion of a game for me, I find. So, instancing mission givers would be awesome, but make them physical, that you have to go see them, not just ones you get text in Moby. That'd be awesome as well. Alright, we've broken the game. It always takes a little bit here. I don't know why, but this has started to really take a lot more time to open up in the last few patches. Alright, let's select our Hercules. And we got all our stuff here. Now, the demand is going down for gold, up for Terranite, Titanium, Aluminum, Laranite, Beryl, Bexalite, Copper, Agricium, Iron. So we have 13 SU of Iron. That's not going to make us much money at all. 4.7 thousand, so just under 5 grand. Lots of this stuff I wouldn't have normally refined, but I just thought, why not do all that now? So 4.7-ish thousand for that. It's going to take a minute to unload that, except aluminum, 15 SCU. That's also going to be bad. Basically 4.4 thousand. Confirm. But you notice, actually I should show you that. That's the sale price, but okay, we're going to wait for this processing order to go. I'm getting people to unload them. So what's another one that's not worth much? Copper, 3 SU. Sell price of copper, 1,000. But when I sell, it's only this much because it's costing me money. It's costing me 300 to unload. So all the money that I'm making, I'm actually losing by not unloading it myself. If I physically took it out of the ship and put it in, I'd make more money. But I'm doing this in the way that I don't have to unload it. I'm fine, again, because I have over 14 million. I'm okay that I'm spending a lot of money to unload this. But like, let's say the gold, for instance, 40,000, but it's costing me 400. So low value things like copper, like iron, like corundum, you're paying. If you only have like maybe 10 or 20 SCU, it's not worth it to have someone unload it for you because you lose too much of it. But for this, I'm losing 400 out of 4,200, or sorry, 42,000. Like, totally fine. Why is this not? Uh-oh. Alright. That wasn't working. Let's try this again. We're going to keep selling, though. We're going to sell all of this. We're going to see how much money we can make on some of the big ticket items. So I'm going to choose the C2 again. I'll just start from the top. Terranite, 125,000. Perfect. What a good deal. And that was not a ton of Terranite. Titanium, not going to make a lot of money. Oh, more than I thought. I thought it'd be closer to 4. Close to 6 grand. But closer to 5 once I pay for the unloading. Now it's got to think about this for a second again. Gold, only 7 SU, but almost 45 grand, 43,000 on that. Like, that's pretty good. For 7 SU gold, pretty awesome. Beryl down there, I see only got 3 SU. That's another 7,500. Another expensive thing. The Laranite should be good. Laranite, 31 SU, 80 grand. I thought it'd be more, honestly, if I'm being honest. The Bexalite should be good. 14 SU that. That should be close to 100, if not more. Be like maybe 80? What is it? Oh, 92. Okay. Good. And Agricium. Agricium is going to excuse me. That's probably only going to be about like 30,000. 32, yeah. But overall, we did make over 200,000. We're up to like 14.9 now, ish, right? 14.899. Oh yeah, 14.9. We've definitely made over 200,000. So we did make our money back, even if we lost. But I mean, if we lost $200,000 worth of equipment, was it really worth it? Probably not. if you're trying to make money, but if you're trying to have fun and relax and do some mining and just enjoy the game like I do, totally worth it. I loved it. So on that note, as we stare into the glowing orb that no longer has a bunch of people crowded around it, once again, I want to thank you for your support of this channel. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for making it to the end. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And one day, I do hope to see you all soon in the verse. Goodbye, everybody.